Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Clemson Tigers offense will get the first swing of the game. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Brian.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
It's been a rough start for these guys, and you look down the schedule in the Big 12, there aren't many soft landing spots.
Well, no doubt about it. This team has had some bad breaks early this year in Big 12 play, but they've got to make good things happen, David. They've got to do a better job of executing offensively, defensively, and on special teams, and it's got to start today.
Yeah, finding a way to make those critical plays, because you know, what do you know in the Big 12? There's always...
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. And the Yellow Jackets will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Snags it on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He's got it down the left. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on 1st down. He's not afraid to go deep. Touchdown, Clemson! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Finally brought down, but what a play not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Handoff to the lone back. Nice move there. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Yellow Jackets can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Finds his big tight end. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Clemson. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field, and oftentimes he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really fires one high and deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick 6. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. He'll try to take it back. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The give to the back. Got the first down. Looking for more. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. Flips it out on the screen. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They try to get him going there.
They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. And the Yellow Jackets will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Almost had the completion, just missed it. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And this is not the start this guy envisioned in this game. He's already thrown a pick-6 here in the first quarter, and now he takes a sack. You got to wonder if that pick-6 rattled him a little bit. And if he's out here now seeing ghosts, he's got to get to the sidelines. He's got to shake the cobwebs off. You've got to be able to turn the page and have a short memory because this thing is going in the wrong direction for their signal call.
Kick is in the air. And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This drive will start at the 6-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The run from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. He might want another play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He unleashes a long one. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Wants to throw it. That's caught. It's Toner. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. Clemson set up with another first down. Gives it on the option. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. The screen, he's got wheels. On the move at the 30. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole, and you just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers.
There he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw again. Rushes on him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because they simply cannot establish a rhythm under center.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Hand off from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback making checks. The toss sweep to the right. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one deep down the right side. It's a big stride inside the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Clemson.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Punt is on its way. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Quarterback may change this route. He'll go to work in the air on second down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
They'll run the screen. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
They kick it away on 4th down. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. Wants to throw on first down. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And these are the mistakes backed up you can't make as a quarterback, man. You've got to protect the football. Big-time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets their offense up with elite field position.
Hauls it in. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
He wants it all. And that one sails through the back of the end zone.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes a move. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And he makes the extra point. From inside the 50. And he pumps it up inside the 20. How in the world did the offense retain possession? And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Offense gets set for second down. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. He'll field the punt and look for room. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackle's doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. To the air on 1st down. He's got an open man. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Sets up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. After getting knocked down behind the line, it's 2nd and goal from the 7. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looks it in at the 40. He's got great speed. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know...
He lobs one high down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up more passes his way. And you know the quarterback, he's got like a sonar on him. He's always aware of where he is, and I like the idea.
Brings it in down the left side. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. They build their attack around those big plays, and they got one to give them a 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 18. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. Wide receiver comes in motion. on fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Makes a grab past the marker. Touchdown, Clemson. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. A remarkable grab just keeps piling up scores.
I'm about to say, remarkable day. I mean, a remarkable career. Goodness gracious. This is a day that you just dream about having. You have these days in high school, but not in college. You're like, dang, this is as good as it gets. Nobody can stop him. He's absolutely in the zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Randall. Makes a grab over the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard.
Oh, he's got some space. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Wants to keep it in the air. He's got him. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Got a man. It's House. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that lap.
Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know the next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
He's out of bounds at his own 16-yard line, and he just couldn't find the corner on that return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really